In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the coolant fan assembly on this Buick Encore. This is going to be located behind the radiator. Let's get into it. And take the push pins out. Just use a trim tool. And same on the other side. And grab the cover and pull it down. We're going to take this shield off, use a 10mm socket, take these bolts out. Using a 7mm socket, take these screws out. And just grab the panel, slide it back, and it comes right down. Now with a drain bucket underneath, and I'm just going to put a hose on the end of this. You could just drain it into the bucket if you want, but it makes it a little cleaner. Just put that on the drain there, and then we can open up the valve. Just loosen this up on the radiator. And we'll just drain the coolant. There we go. Now the coolant's coming out. I'll just drain the coolant out. Now the coolant's drained out, close the valve. And if you put a hose on there, you can remove the hose. We're going to take this air tube off. Just use a trim tool. You can get underneath here, pry it up, and that pulls out. Disconnect the connector for the mass airflow sensor. There's a little tab right here, a little lock tab. You want to push that up and then push down on the button. Disconnect that. There's a wire retainer back here. Just use a trim tool. Pop that off out of the way. Using a 7mm socket, loosen up this clamp right here. Just take the snorkel off the turbo. Just wiggle that off. Pull that up. And I'm just going to put a rag in the intake of the turbo. Just don't want anything to fall in there. Just don't forget it when you go to put it back together. Just grab the air box, pick it up, and then slide it towards the center of the vehicle, and it comes right out. We're going to pull this cover off. Just use a trim tool. Pop these push pins out. Grab the cover and pull it off. Take these two bolts off, use a 10mm socket. Grab the reservoir, lift it up. There is a retainer holding this hose on. You just want to pull it back and just slide that out of the way. Connector for the fan is right here. You want to reach down, just push on the tab, disconnect the connector, just disconnect the connector and just wiggle it back and forth. Slide that off, out of the way. This transmission cooler line that goes into the radiator, we just got to pop this off. There's a little cap, and then there's a clip. You can use a special tool to take this off, but it's just as easy to use a pick. Just take the clip off. Just gonna get underneath the clip and pop it off. Take that clip off. You're just getting underneath the clip and just pulling it out. Pop that out. And make sure you have a drain bucket underneath. And pop that off. You might lose a little bit of transmission fluid. Now using a trim tool, you can just pop this line. There's a little retainer. And then further down there's another one. Just pop the retainer out. Just make sure those lines are loose. That's good. And using a 8mm socket, we're going to take these bolts out. That out, and there's one on the other side as well. Pull that out. Using a 10mm socket, we're going to take this bolt out. And you can just move this out of the way. Now I'm going to take the hose clamp for the upper radiator hose off. Just use some hose clamp pliers. Squeeze that, pull that back. You can just rotate that back and forth. Have a drain bucket underneath just in case some coolant comes out. And just move that hose out of the way. Just grab the fan assembly. I'm going to slide it up. There we go. And it slides right out. And take the new fan assembly. Carefully slide this in place. Be careful not to damage the radiator. Just twist into place. Get the lower feet to line up in the slots. That looks good. And get the bolts lined up. Get those started. And get it started on the other side as well. And tighten that down. Snug that down, and the other one. Now you want to take that clip that you took off the transmission fitting, slip that back in place in the groove, kind of rotate it in, then push that transmission cooler line in, put the cap on, and push the line into the retainer. There you go. Then down below. Now connect the connector, lock it down. The upper radiator hose, get that in position. Push that on the radiator, and we're going to move that hose clamp. Use the hose clamp pliers. Slide that on. That's good. Take the relay box, get that lined up, put the bolt through, and tighten that down. Snug that down. Now take the coolant reservoir, take that hose, push that into the retainer there. You want to slide the tab over the slot. Get the two bolts started. And we'll tighten these down. Take the air box, get that lined up. Push it down on the grommet. And just take the wire, push the retainer in, connect the connector for the mass airflow sensor, lock it down, and remove the rag. Put the snorkel on, push that on, and tighten down the clamp. That's snug. And take this tube, line it up, lock it in place. Put the cover on, take the push pins, and push them back in place. There you go. Pressurize the system. On the coolant cap itself, it actually says the pressure. So you don't want to exceed the pressure that's on the cap. For this cap, it says 20 psi. Normally, they're around 15 psi. So if you go right around 15 psi, you should be good. Go a little further. That's 15 psi. Now we're going to add the coolant. And put these push pins in. Now get this panel lined up. Slide that in. I'll take a couple of the bolts, get those started. And the screws up front. Get these started. Snug these down. And there should be a couple others. This vehicle is missing a few. And you want to start these screws on the outer side. Do not put the screws in the middle two areas. That is where the other panel goes. Same with this side. Get that started. And tighten these down. And take this panel, the two tabs go in the slots right there and there. Get this lined up. And about halfway down, put the push pins in. Lock it down. Same with the other side. Lock it down. Put the screws in. Tighten these down.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.